get greedy.
Yeah, I'm trying. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
Like he's a god.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Cal.
I'm X.
Today we'll be taking a look at the game Sworn, which kind of looks like a Hades copycat a little bit, but you get to drag your friends along with you this time, which means that I am all in. Because naturally, I'll be honest, I was not privy to trying this game at all because, I mean, as good as Hades looks and as great as the voice acting is, like, I'm not a fan of roguelikes at all. Because just... And I found out why. It's because when I get my power-ups, I get really, like, I just don't want to let them go. Like, I don't want to, like, have, like, a great combination and then I die, and then I lose everything, then I gotta work back through. And then there's not a chance of me getting that upgrade again. So, that's one of the reasons I didn't want to play it initially. But...
Oh, you know me, I love roguelites.
Yes, I know. I was
all day, every day.
But I'm telling
probably like 30% of my library.
But this game makes me want to go and try Hades now. Like, I really enjoyed this. We spent like 2 hours playing it. And
that was just a playtest.
Right, yeah, that was just a playtest. I really had a lot of fun, especially when I got the suck. But yeah, for as far as graphics go, I do like that hand-drawn, cel-shaded kind of art style. I think it works great. I love anything that's kind of like hand-drawn. The environment looks good. The colors.
It's got the grim dark kind of style to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think they did a good job as far as that. You want to talk about like how you start off, like where you start off as a player?
What do you mean?
Like just starting, like the starting gameplay, like we spawn in like basically like a.
Oh yeah, the little lobby.
Like yeah, lobby with like different kiosks for character switching. Got your permanent upgrades.
Yeah, upgrades, permanent upgrades, just like in Hades. You got. I assume it's going to be weapon upgrades because it's like an anvil there, but that was not available during the playtest.
Oh yeah. And
then they had like a run history tracker, training dummy, those kind of things.
And that wizard over there. I think he was like close to the elevator. You said that was like a compendium, right?
Yeah, that's I was saying the run tracker where you can view like your previous, all your previous unlocks, things you've already seen. So yeah.
And for me, it did start off slow because like you have no upgrades, no access to like different weapons, and also you will die pretty quickly because you have no health to sustain you for like those longer runs. Unless you're just that guy, I guess. Like you survive the whole time. But yeah, it started off really slow for me until I started getting those blessings. I have 4 different characters: the Vigilante, the Rook, the Spectre, and the Scholar. The Vigilante is like your rogue assassin class. The Rook is your tank. What would you classify the Spectre? Because I could not like the one that you were using. I couldn't like place a name, like a description on like what that class was for.
It's damage, DPS. I don't really know what you would call it. To me, it's a little hard to like fit some of them in a box because their weapons are so different, even amongst the same class.
That's true.
But yeah,
it's usually like certain abilities that gave the class away. Like, the reason I say Rogue Assassin for the Vigilante is because there's literally a move in there that lets you disappear and like reappear behind an enemy for like critical hit. That's absolutely a move that's in Diablo for the Rogue class. And I felt like the Scholar was more like crowd control and the healer.
I mean, I guess the Inspector is kind of like Wizard. I don't know.
Okay. And it's unbelievable that you can play 7 turrets out. But getting into the actual game, you have totems that appear, what you say, every 2 to 3 rooms? Actually, I feel like it was like every 3 rooms a little bit.
What do you mean by totems?
Like the ones that you kneel before, like the blessings that they give.
Oh, the blessings?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it also depends on what room you select, kind of like in Hades as well.
Yeah.
Like you pick a door where you know there's a blessing behind it.
Yeah. And those Blessings can give you an upgrade to be applied to your weapon, the spell, or your spell or your dodge. For example, the Queen of Spiders gives you the option of Venomous Touch, Strike, or Dodge, and if you continue along her path, you unlock new abilities within her tree, I guess. Like, for example, you get the chance to spawn a spiderling once you hit someone.
And yeah, there are even the little permanent summons as well for various blessings.
They were permanent? I didn't even know that.
Like no, not like run to run permanent, but like throughout the whole run. Not like a chance to spawn, but like you have the constant rabbit or the spider that can follow you around.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I didn't really see any difference, like when I had them with me.
I think the main thing is that they don't let you cheese much with your summons or pets, because they stick really close to you. So you can't. I do wish. I guess it. For difficulty's sake, I guess I can understand. Like, you don't want them to just be able to run around, dodge, and hide behind stuff and let the pet do everything. But it felt like the pet would kind of just stick so close to me, like the enemy would just be like a moderate distance away, and it would not attack it.
Okay. Similar to like.
Yeah, I think that's the real reason why you didn't really notice much of a difference, is because they really, unless you're up on the enemy, they're not attacking them.
Okay. Yeah, I can see. That just wouldn't be my play style to hide behind something. I guess players would be like that.
I think they should increase the range, or maybe give each pet like a single ranged attack, maybe.
Yeah, I would like that. Also, the abilities, they come in like different rarities, like common, uncommon, and rare. And there was also, you could increase the chance of getting higher rarities through the permanent skill tree, which I absolutely loved. As you progress through, I think I already talked about it. As you progress through more rooms, you have the option of upgrading your blessings, or you can combine them and make a kind
you have
like
a max number, right? What's the max number of like? Well, you have a blessing per ability, like in Hades.
Yes.
So you can't get like multiple. Well, you can get the combo abilities, correct?
Yes.
Between
Emulation was my favorite so far.
Yeah, that was really good. So you can get combos between two different blessings.
Yep.
Kind of like in Hades. They had a similar thing in Hades, yeah?
Well, see, I haven't played Hades. I'm going directly off of your
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Well, yes. No, they had a similar thing where you could get two God's blessings or whatever, and they would combine to make a more powerful one.
I'm about to go play Hades, bro. I'm not joking. I'm about to go buy that game.
Yeah, this is very. That makes sense then that you didn't see how much it's like Hades because you didn't play it much or at all, right? No, it's very similar. The voice acting is the biggest difference to me, and the different character types are pretty different too. Whereas in Hades, it's all weapon types.
Okay.
Which they are very different. Don't get me wrong. All the weapons are very unique, but in Sworn, there's, it's what, 4 per character and 4 characters, so that's 16.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're all quite unique. I mean,
yes, they are. I would say each character has a weapon that fits within a certain class, like ranged. Yeah. But as soon as I unlocked those chakrams and they started bouncing off the wall and doing damage on the way back, they sold me immediately. But another thing I like about this game is that death is not the end for you. Like, there's still things you can still contribute to what's happening on the screen, and I love games that put those mechanics in their games.
Yeah.
Because
as the ghost, you could,
the little sprite that follows you. And there's something we didn't talk about. Like, imagine if we had 2 more people in there, and you got like 3 sprites surrounding you.
That's true, yeah.
That's some serious.
That's some good DPS.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm sure it scales the health as well, so it might equal out. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
But no, basically, when you die, you turn into a little ghost, and you can fire these projectiles. They do very little damage, but you can definitely contribute, I'd say, especially over the course of a whole like boss fight or room clear. You can do enough damage to make it like actually worthwhile to attack instead of just sitting there and watching the other person.
Exactly, because it has to be it has to be enough where the player feels like they're doing something, but not enough
Right.
to where it's overpowered.
Exactly.
And I think they did it. I think they did it pretty well, like right now.
I agree, and I like that it's not like it's not free or easy to get the revive. Like it costs something.
Yes.
So you either have to get a curse, which reduces your max health, or you have to pay gold, or what was the other thing? Oh, you lose your. I think you just lose your
party max health.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
And I also was thinking about this, like in a group setting, like if all like 3 of your friends die, like one person might not have the health to bring back, or have the health to sacrifice to bring them,
right,
or you might not have the gold, or like anything like that. So it's gonna hurt everybody if you try to bring everyone back. Maybe every time you bring a person back, they have to sacrifice something themselves. Maybe that person has a lot of gold, or I don't know how it would work, but yeah, that's a good system.
Even in the like the skill tree or the permanent skill tree, they had the thing where based on the amount of curse that you have, you do more damage. So you can even like play off of that. I like that.
Oh yeah.
So absolutely. If you get cursed, you're like, oh, that sucks. But if you have that perk, then it's actually could be beneficial for you to go for maximum curse. You'll have very little HP, but you become more of a glass cannon. And depending on what other upgrades you get, like the one I got, which reduced my health, so I think I was at like 6 HP, which is nothing. But it gave me like 2 shield, which was basically 2 invulnerability. So I could get hit twice. So as long as you dodge well, I still get like, I think it was, I can't remember what the percentage boost on it, but it was a sizable percentage to damage boost because I was 100% cursed, but I had the two damage immunity there. So I liked that build. That was fun.
And those perks came from like the little fruits that you could grab on the side. Like it was like a little tree that you could, or something like a plant that you could interact with. Is that how you ended up with that build in the first place?
No, that's from the permanent upgrade screen.
Oh, that's from the permanent upgrade screen.
Yeah, you know how they have the larger tiles on the tree that you can flip to give you various buffs? Yeah, one of the flips was the higher your curse, the more damage you do.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It adds a little bit more depth to the skill tree as well, because even your permanent upgrades, you can swap between like various tiles to pick what you want your active one to be.
Yeah, exactly. And that also, it allows people to play the same character but have different builds.
Oh yeah, no, it would be so easy to have different stuff in here.
There's 4 different currency. The gold lets you buy your friends back or upgrades from the shop, such as increased movement speed, reduced damage, bonus damage for all your light, heavy, and spell attacks. But it's only
it's a certain set of rooms, a certain number of rooms, right?
Yeah, for 5 chambers.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I had to go back and look at the recording just to make sure. You also get the crystal shards that allow you to purchase new characters, and you also use those to unlock sections of the permanent skill tree.
Yep.
And then you have the Grail water, which upgrades specific skills within those sections. And then you have the fairy embers that allow you to purchase skills and new weapons for your character. So at first we were really lost as to which one did what, but
what we should focus on.
Yeah, exactly. But now that we've played, what do you think is the one that people should focus on when they do get the game?
The first thing they should focus on?
Yeah.
If you don't like the initial character, definitely just go straight for the one that allows you to unlock new characters. But after that, I would say the water, because you could upgrade the permanent upgrades using those.
Yep.
And then from there, you can actually make it so that you get more of the water per run. So it kind of makes it so every run you do, you get more. It's kind of like the equivalent of getting like an XP bonus. So yeah, you spend some of that currency when you could have spent it on something else, but now every run from here on out, you'll get extra currency just from playing. So
yeah,
I'd say the one to unlock characters and then the Grail water.
Yep, I agree. Because once I unlocked the scholar, it was over. An hour flew by.
But yeah, and it really was not that hard to kind of gather these materials anyway. So I feel like if you find out, oh man, I've been getting the wrong one, it's not that hard to go for the other.
Right.
Because I mean, we had everything unlocked by the end of our
right. Like you didn't like as long as you just play the game, you'll be fine in about an hour.
Right.
Like literally. Did you some friends get in there, crack a few beers open or whatever else you like to drink? I promise you, 2 hours will go by in a flash.
Granted, this was a playtest. I don't know if they're gonna adjust that or not.
That's true. Yeah.
But no, it was not. It was not difficult. I don't think it would change it that much to make it that difficult to unlock them. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
You got rewards at a good pace.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the main thing. Because good God, I don't want to be grinding too much to the point like, man, like
right.
Yeah, I played games like that. They're not fun. They also had some bosses. The questing beast, which looked like a 4-legged scorpion, had a scorpion for the tail, had claws. It was a real aggressive one that would jump at you.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of the bone hydra from Hades,
which I also do not know, but I will find after this video. They also had the tree ant scourge, which to me looked like a Christmas tree with antlers.
Oh yeah,
just shoot out those little red spores you had to dodge. And then you had Gawain, butcher a Wirral. This is the only boss that came with a cutscene.
Yeah, he has a little intro scene.
Yeah,
that's how you know he's serious.
Right. And I think the main thing that was killing me was like when he smacks the ground and those green flames come up and they track you, and it's like different. Yeah. And then on top of that, he has like other minions around him trying to kill you. But
it definitely has like the bullet hell aspects to it for a lot of the boss fights.
Yes, absolutely.
There's just lots of projectiles on the screen. You're kind of dodging around.
Yes, you're going to have to focus on your character.
Yeah.
You take your eyes off, you're going to get hit. But I really enjoyed the boss fights. I thought every single one was unique. Had fun every time we were going to go in there.
Oh, you're going to love Hades.
So that's all we have for the gameplay. But what about performance? Frames were stable.
Oh yeah, ran perfectly fine for me.
Right. No connection dropouts. I joined your game like no issues whatsoever and never disconnected. I can't even remember if you did at all.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it did. It worked great.
Yep. The only two that I can't remember, and I put them in my notes, is that the objective list wasn't clearing.
Cluttered. It's just a list on the left side of the screen that covered everything. It just got longer and longer.
And it was like it continued to pile up even after we completed, and then it got so long that I had the hard time seeing like the shop choices. Like I was like,
and you couldn't read your blessings. The first blessing you couldn't read.
Right. And then we had that glitch where we tried to get through one room, but the door kept teleporting us to the other side.
Yeah, it's like if you walk at a certain angle, the door would teleport you back to the start of the room over, which was just mildly annoying.
Yes.
The other one was definitely more game breaking. I was surprised with how polished it was.
Yes,
for just a playtest.
That's like out of all that I can remember, those are the only two that I could bring up. I've seen, boy. You know what? I'm not even going to get into that. We'll
go on a whole tangent about this.
But I'm like, I've seen $70 games that release with like a whole. I could give you a list, a bible of glitches I have experienced. But yeah, I absolutely had fun. I think the game is great. I didn't expect to play as long, but we ended up playing for 2 hours and got finished the level at the end, and I was disappointed to be done. And I feel like if they continue to, I don't know if they're going to continue to add characters, but I feel like if they do add more characters, weapons, and bosses, and like different variety of abilities, then I can see this being a massive hit with people who love roguelikes.
Yeah.
And it's another way for you, like even if your friends aren't really privy to like me, that wouldn't try this initially, at least you can try with their friend. And some things are always better with friends, and I'm not going to say everything, but yeah, this is great if you have a buddy or two to play with.
I'd say if you like Hades, you will so easily fall into this like as far as being comfortable with everything, it's so similar as far as controls and upgrades, all that kind of stuff is very similar. But as far as like the gameplay is, I would say it has way more customization just because of the so many different characters and skills you can use. But yeah, and it's co-op. I mean, that's
Absolutely.
Hades doesn't have co-op up to 4 players.
Yes. I mean, you never know. Well, when did Hades come out? But I was just.
I mean, the second one's supposed to be coming out. It's still to be announced. 2020
okay.
is when Hades came out.
Man, I wonder if they'll ever think about going co-op.
I don't know. Hades 2 is coming out. That one's single player, I believe.
Okay.
At least on the store it is.
I'm all for it. I give the game, if it were to come out now, as polished as it is, I think I would give this a 7 out of 10. Only reason I say that because there is like a game-breaking bug where you can't see your blessings. If that wasn't in there, easily an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I could easily give it a 7. Yeah.
Yeah. You have any other thoughts?
Yeah, I just had a few notes because I watched, like I said, the developer talk about it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, based on the playtest, that was only the first biome. So there will be different biomes. You won't be looking at the same colors all the time. And they actually, he said they specifically picked this biome because it was kind of one of the more brighter ones, I guess. And I think the rest are going to go lean more into the grim dark theme, like I said. So you might be with grittier, darker areas.
Okay.
All it says right here, let's see, all the characters and weapons were available during the playtest. So as far as I know, those were all the characters and weapons they're going to have.
Okay.
At least at launch. But there's 230 unique blessings. We definitely did not touch 230.
Absolutely not. Okay, you guys have it. Yeah, you have it in the bag, I guess. Because I'm thinking, what would you think would be like a good amount to have in a game?
I don't know. I think the developer also said that Hades had like 150 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, so they
gotta go play.
There's a lot, but yeah, that definitely just means there's a lot we did not experience. So I'm excited to see what else they got in store as far as the blessings go.
Absolutely.
Especially the combo blessings. I want to see those.
Yes. And that many? How many combinations are we gonna have? That's just
right.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to that. Please keep me posted on this.
Yeah. And then the last thing is just he mentioned that they wanted to try doing like storytelling, but like banter between characters.
Okay.
So like as you're playing, or like when you as you clear a room or pick up a certain blessing, they'll chat between each other, just to kind of go off the co-op, I guess.
I like
co-op
that.
gameplay. But that's not the only way they're going to tell a story, but I think that's one of the ones that they kind of wanted to mention because they were proud of that, I guess, that they are telling some of the story that way. I think that's unique. I like it.
I like that. For a moment I was trying to think of like what other game did that. I mean, there's plenty of them that do it, like AAA studios like God of War and Uncharted, stuff like that.
Right.
Characters talking to each other, but I love when the characters, even Apex, the characters, if they know each other, they have a relationship with each other, they'll talk to each other in the battle royale or have quips that match with the other character.
Yeah, same thing in Hades. I don't know. We didn't get any of the voice acting in this, so I don't know if they're going to be fully voice acted lines or if it's going to be text, because they didn't speak at all, correct? Or
yeah, no, it was just grunts.
Okay. But in Hades, it was kind of similar. Like you'd fight a boss and you'd find out, I know this person, or he knows this person, and they have a history. So, but yeah, I'm interested to see what they can put out.
As long as they don't go like the AI route with the voice acting, like give us some real people.
Hey, if the AI was so good that you couldn't tell it was AI, would you care? I would not.
I just like when I'm watching like anime and stuff, I'm like, I can tell like this is a human voice behind this. Now, if the AI is over, I just don't want people to lose their jobs because I think it's important to put that human element behind art. Like there were human hands that made this.
What a Freudian slip.
Yeah, but I think the voices should be human as well. We need to keep some humanity in our art. as much as possible.
I mean, I'm fine with. I love human voice actors, but I mean, they cost money. So,
Yeah,
especially if you're a small developer, if you
yes,
if you can get it done and it doesn't sound horrible, I have no problem with it. But as to whether they would, I mean, we don't even know. This is all speculation. But
yes,
if someone did that and it sounded good or passable, honestly, I wouldn't care that
yeah.
much.
But if I
But
find
no,
out
there's
you
a
had the
reason.
budget,
There's a reason why people love Hades' voice acting so much. It's really, really
yes,
good.
exactly. It just adds that extra layer on top of what's already there.
You know how you were talking about in the Elden Ring video how
Oh,
you would go to get your hug from Fia?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, or just like listen just to the voices of characters. The same thing. I felt the same way in Hades. Like I would just go talk to people because I like how they sound. I was like, dude, the voice actor is so good. I just want to hear them talk more.
Yeah, I can get that. Same thing with Kratos and God of War. I can listen to that man talk all of it. But yeah, I definitely enjoy the game. I'm very hyped for when it comes out.
Let's see. Do they have a date yet? I think it's still to be determined, right?
Yeah,
That's ended already. Yeah, it's just there's no release date. Just 2024 is all it says.
Yeah, because I did try to hop on there again and was disappointed to see that the only button I could click was uninstall.
Yeah, the playtest ended.
Yeah. But, like I said, something to keep on the calendar. Got anything else?
Nope, that was it.
All right. I appreciate you showing up and talking about it. And more importantly, thank our listeners for tuning in. If they made it here from the Elden Ring video.
Unsubscribe.
Right. But thank you guys for listening. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss an episode. We'll catch you guys next time. Goodbye.
See you.